Oh, that sun is bright. It is 5:15 on a Friday, and we decided to take you on a little road trip. We're going to drive from Norman all the way up to Edmond to visit a new restaurant, but the main goal here is to show you what the drive is like going from Norman to Edmond, and it's a little bit of rush hour right now too. So let's get going. All right, so we're just leaving Norman. We're leaving our neighborhood. So we live in North Norman, and we live in the central north, essentially. So the neighborhood we live in is an Ideal Homes neighborhood. I know some of you have seen that from us before. And what we're gonna do is turn left on Tecumseh and then right on Flood and get on the interstate to go north. So you're gonna see some of the traffic, what the roads are actually like, and see what you think. This is one of the intersections in Norman that can get a little, trafficy. I mean, especially right now, it's 5 o'clock. So this is Highway 77 and Tecumseh, and it's Flood, essentially. Or I guess, I don't know if they'd call this Highway 77 anymore. But we're going to turn right to get on the interstate. It feeds directly into I-35. So that's what we're doing here. So my driver today is Handsome. And
hello, everybody. He's
my husband. He's not on too much. The sun is, because we're facing west right now, that's why you're seeing that. It's a little bit bright. But yeah, we're about to turn right to get onto the interstate. Oh, it's First Friday Art Walk. We have some food trucks heading into town because it's First Friday Art Walk today here in Norman.
Second Friday.
Oh, it's Second Friday?
We have Second Friday.
We have Second Friday.
First Friday's in Paseo.
First Friday's in Paseo. See, I got my dates wrong there. Okay, so now we're passing Franklin and we're getting on the interstate. So Johnson Controls is on my right, and then on my left, of course, is the interstate, I-35. So I-35 is not the only way to get to Edmond, but by far the fastest way to get to Edmond. So that's why we're doing this and showing you. So I don't know of too many people personally that drive from Norman to Edmond each day. I do think this is a great way to show you what driving in the city, especially on I-35, is like. So we will hit a little bit of traffic as we're going here, and it's not too bad. So we'll see what you think. Reached the city of Moore, so we have left Norman. Indian Hills is the divider line. So Moore, what do they have, 4 or 5 exits?
Yeah.
It's a city of around, I think, 60 to 70,000 people, and that's just for the city of Moore, not for the Oklahoma City residents that also feed into Moore School District. Go ahead and look at a map of that and see what that looks like. You can also check out some of my other videos on that to see as well. So you'll see some of the traffic that we've hit here going north. There may be an accident or something, who knows, but we'll keep going. Right now we're passing through more, so JCPenney's on my right, and I have what is on my left? Some of the restaurants like Applebee's, etc. Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings. IHOP. So this is 19th Street in Moore. So this is the shopping district of Moore. So if you're thinking about tornadoes, yes, this is what got hit with the last tornado bit. So yeah. So we did just pass Morelos and more, so that's one of the Mexican grocery stores. They also have food, so we like to eat there. It's like kind of cafeteria style there in Moore. And we're about to come up to Shields Boulevard, so it's another way that you can get into Oklahoma City. It doesn't run parallel necessarily to I-35, but sort of at an angle all the way up to downtown. So that's what the exit for it is, on the left. And I've heard from a lot of people, especially coming from the West Coast, that you think our left exits are really weird. I haven't lived anywhere else, so I'm unsure of this, but we do have a lot of left exits here in Oklahoma. We also have, there's a lot of traffic on the other side. The reason for that, a lot of people say, is because there's this slight curve in the interstate as you're coming south from Oklahoma City, and they say that that's the reason that traffic gets so bogged down. So we just are getting into Oklahoma County now, so technically Oklahoma City, of course. So most of Oklahoma City is in Cleveland County, but most of Oklahoma City is in Oklahoma County. So we're heading into a little bit more traffic. This south side of Oklahoma City, we have a lot of housing on the west side and the east side, but you don't necessarily see it from the interstate. That's not where the housing lies, because that's going to be all commercial. Okay, so now we're coming up on 240. So 240 is, of course, a bypass. Anytime one of the major interstate numbers has a 2 in front of it, it's a bypass. So 240 goes south of I-40. And right here is the exit for it. And if you can go to the Fort Smith direction, which is Arkansas, of course, so east. And then you could go the Lawton direction, which is, of course, west. So if you go the Lawton direction right here, then you are getting to the airport. So that is a normal way to go for us to get to the airport. And then we have a lot of construction going on right here. Probably because they're adding an extra lane. I'm not totally sure what they're doing. But this interchange right here can cause a lot of traffic, as you are seeing, especially from people coming off of 240 from the east and getting onto I-35 going south, which is what you're seeing here. I'm Marcie Billen. I'm a real estate agent here in the Oklahoma City Metro. If you haven't been on my channel before, welcome. And I make free content for you each and every week so that you can understand a little bit better about what it's like to live here in Oklahoma. So if you want to hit that like button, that'll help me out a lot. So now we're getting ready for another major interchange. If you haven't looked at a map of Oklahoma City, you know that we have 4 different interstates, major interstates that cross the entire country. 3. I-40, I-44, and I-35. I don't know why I said 4. We have those 3 different intersections, and they all intersect here in Oklahoma City. So we're about to come up on I-35 and I-40 in their intersection. And this, the next thing we'll go over is the river. So we're about to drive over the river, and from there we're going to be able to see downtown Oklahoma City. So here's where you would exit to go to Wichita or Fort Smith, and then also Amarillo. So east versus west, of course. There's also a pretty new exit there for the Oklahoma City Boulevard, which is a newer street. Whoa, my camera was tilting a little bit. Which is a newer street here in Oklahoma City to help you get into downtown. And now in front of us, we can absolutely see the sun behind the Oklahoma City skyline. So the tallest building, of course, is going to be the Devon Tower. And then on our right, we're going to see all of the exits for downtown Oklahoma City. So this exit coming up here is going to be for 23rd Street. So we exit here to get to the Asian district. So we often eat in that district. Today we are not. We're going straight up to Edmond. The 23rd Street district is also super popular. And then just north of it is going to be the Paseo district, which is another arts district here in Oklahoma City. You would also take that exit to get to the Plaza District, another arts district here in Oklahoma City. And we have some of our favorite spots in all of those different areas. But like I said, today we're heading up to Edmond. So next up, we're coming up to another one of the intersections for the interstates. So this is I-44 and I-35. So I-44, that's how we get to Tulsa whenever we drive to Tulsa. Well, in reality, we take 240 to the Kickapoo to I-44, but that's a whole different story. So you can get out to Lawton on 44 still, or of course you can go up to Tulsa, which is like Fort Smith would be where I-40 is going to take you, and Tulsa is that I-40 road, right? So they did a lot of work on this intersection pretty recently. I'm very glad they're done with it because it was really unfortunate, all the different drivings, the stunts I felt like I had to pull, which Handsome just thinks I'm a bad driver, but we get there in the end, right? So we have these overpasses, but nothing like what they may have in Dallas, right? Which sometimes I get off of the interstate in Dallas just to not drive over those overpasses because they are terrible. So now as we head out of Oklahoma City on the north side, we're getting to the Broadway extension, which is like this extra large portion of I-35 that gets us straight into Edmond. Or I guess we're on 235 now, not I-35. So 235 is how we get from downtown Oklahoma City all the way into Edmond. Now the traffic is much thinner as we get up here into Edmond. Morning times, maybe not so much, but that all depends on where you're headed. Here is going to be for the Kilpatrick Turnpike. Now, in Oklahoma, we have a lot of turnpikes, a lot of them. The Kilpatrick is one that I guess gets, like, it goes from this side of Edmond all the way around to Yukon, essentially. There are other, Mustang, yeah, it goes all the way down to Mustang, you're right. There are others that go, like the Turner Turnpike connects, which is I-44, connects Oklahoma City to Tulsa, and it is the one that's most widely used. And then, like I already mentioned, the Kickapoo as well. So now we're headed into Edmond. We have a bunch of dealerships on the right, which is really when you know you're getting into Edmond. And then we're gonna drive all the way up into downtown Edmond, and then we'll stop there. So basically, we've gone, just to recap, we've gone from North Central Norman up to I-35 and then 235, and tried to show you all of the different stops and interstate intersections along the way. And then now we're on the Broadway extension, or we're just getting off that and getting straight up into Edmond itself. So Edmond was established in 1889, just like Norman was. Has a really cute downtown, a lot of interesting things, and of course the population of Edmond is just around that 95,000 people, where Norman is around 128,000 people. And then of course you have Oklahoma City at around 750,000 people. So we're just going to take you on up into downtown Edmond itself, and you're going to see quite a few more stoplights from here on out. So overall, this trip takes around 40 minutes. So today it's about 45 minutes, and we did hit that traffic. If you go during the day, then it's not 45 minutes. It can be more like 35 minutes. It just really depends, on how fast you're going, but also on the traffic itself. So I do thank you guys for joining us, and be sure to watch this video right after you finish this. Thanks so much.